My sweet summer's gone. She left me here with sand in my bed. She played me all night long, but I do it all over again. Whoa. My sweet summer's gone, and on my mirror she made it clear her lipstick can't be wrong. My summer, my sweet summer is gone.
This is Matt McCurry, KJAG Radio, Idea Magazine. Sitting here with Dirty J at the Dirty Heads. Sitting here at the Cotillion tonight. You guys about to take the stage?
Yeah.
Gonna blow something up or what?
Yeah, we're gonna blow up the whole entire building. It's actually more of like a terrorist-themed show tonight. Is that too much already? At the beginning of this interview?
Might have to edit that out. No, I was reading up on you guys though, and you guys seem to try to bring a different presence every night you guys hit the stage. So, you know, what do the fans have to look forward to?
I think over the years of us writing albums, recording, and playing shows, we've learned that a good show has a little bit of diversity in it. A good show can have contrast. A good show can build up, break down, build back up. You know, give them an actual show, just not go out there, play your songs, get off stage. So with the last couple albums that we've done, we wanted just a lot more options to go out and play shows and play songs, play different styles of songs in our show to make it more exciting and more dynamic rather than just playing one style of song.
Right.
You know, we're a very genreless band, so we blend a lot of genres together. So one song could be a hip hop song, one song could be a reggae song, one song could be an acoustic song. So you're gonna get a lot. It's a show, you know. You're not gonna be bored. I don't think you'll be bored at one point of the night.
Right.
And that's our job. If you are bored, then we suck at our job.
And speaking of that, you guys have released 4 albums now. Your latest one coming out in 2014, last year. You guys got a new single that came out after that, or?
Yeah, we've had My Sweet Summer, Sound and Change, and now we have a new single called Into the World going right now that we're working on. It's a really cool story about a man that has a relationship with the ocean, and the ocean has a relationship with this man. If you read it, we wanted to write we realized that we were writing a love song, and we're like, oh my God, everybody's written a million love songs. How do we do this without, how do we sing without saying it? So we wanted to make it something bigger than that, something bigger than just a relationship between a man and a woman. So we actually did it with a sailor and his relationship with the ocean. It's this endless, timeless, infinite thing, and he's this man that's, only on Earth for a little while. So that kind of story it got us very. It got us interested in the story, and then creatively we thought it was a cool idea, and then for some reason it just kind of hit a chord in everybody in a different way. So it's a special song to us. So go check it out, End of the World.
Well,
and it's not about the end of the world. It's about like the edge of the world, like sailing.
Starting out with
a terrorist
attack.
That's what I'm saying. It sounds very morbid.
No, but along those lines, a lot of reviews and a lot of interviews I've seen coming into this. Seems a lot of your following can connect with your music on a couple different levels. Is that really what you guys are going for? Try to keep everybody on the edge of their feet or on the edge of their seat rather, and just let them connect in different ways.
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody says music is the soundtrack to your life, and it really is. When you're sad, you can put on some sad music. When you're happy, you can put on some happy music. When you're getting pumped, you can put on something to make you pumped. So, music really is. It really is life, and all of our collections of work, I feel like there's something for every aspect of your life, because that's what we were going through at the time. We were just writing about things that inspire us, or we're writing about our lives or something. So it's very human nature. This album's very human nature, as in there's songs that are purely just for partying. Just go out and have a good time and get smashed with your friends. And then there's songs that are very serious, not very serious, but maybe more inspirational, and maybe if you're down and you need to pick me up, something like that can help. And then there's songs just about nothing, that we just were like, yo, let's just kind of get back to our MC, like lyricist roots, and the hip hop gets a hold of us, and it's just like, I just want to spit some bars about nothing, And then it's weird to see what the fans gravitate towards. So I think there's, like I said, a little something for everybody.
So back to this tour at hand. You guys have been pumping down quite a few cities back to back.
Yeah.
While you're in St. Pete here the other night, and then last night you're in New Orleans, and then tonight here you're in Wichita, moving on to Red Rocks.
Yeah, man.
That'd be a good one.
Red Rocks is special. Red Rocks is very special for us. We played Red Rocks about 8 years ago. With we opened up for 311 in Montesiago, and we were the opening act, and it started raining. And they're like, "Oh, we're gonna have to cut your set." And we're just like, "No way!" Like, I can't believe it. First off, can't believe we're playing Red Rocks.
Right.
Second, now we're not playing Red Rocks. That's just heartbreaking to be, you know, a 21-year-old, 22-year-old kid, like, just having a dream of playing this place, and it's right there. You're standing on stage, and the rain's coming down, and the stage manager's just like, it's not going to happen. Montesiago came up and said, "Hey man, it's going to stop. Don't worry about it. I wouldn't trip. Don't worry, it'll stop. Stop 5 minutes." Got to play. Got off stage. Very exhilarated. Very stoked. I look back at the video of it. It's so hilarious. Like the outfits we're wearing, the songs, and the way we're like just the growth from then to now. But I remember looking at the guys, we all talked, and we said, one day we're going to sell this out. One day we are going to sell this out by ourselves.
And then
like last year we sold it out by ourselves, and this year we're going back and with Slightly Stupid and going with them. We could have broken off and from the tour and done our own Red Rocks show, and Slightly Stupid did theirs and we do ours. But I just think for the fans that's so stupid, I just think that's just where maybe greed or just like egos would get in the way, where it's like, well, we could sell out Red Rocks by ourselves, so we don't need this band or we don't need that band. But Slightly Stupid is really cool guys, the tour's great. It's really all about the fans, so we don't care. I'd rather play Red Rocks with Slightly Stupid and Stick Figure and just give them an awesome show than break off and go prove that we can sell Red Rocks again. So this one's even more special because now we're just going and we're able to play it, with a band that we really looked up to and respected growing up in the scene, And even last time we played with Pepper, it was really cool. So we're just stoked to be playing Red Rocks. It literally is one of the most beautiful venues in the world, if not the best.
I've heard nothing but good things, but I haven't been out there myself.
It doesn't even matter. I would go to Red Rocks to watch a band that I really wasn't even a fan of, just to go. And then you'd probably leave being a fan. It's that type of place, it's that magical.
So you guys are going out there and then going back out on the West Coast a little bit. Got a few breaks, small breaks in there, and then you're finishing up this tour with a couple festivals, aren't you?
Yeah.
Going to Chicago and then
Riot Fest. Yeah, Riot Fest. That's going to be crazy. We got one of our best friends getting married the day after Riot Fest, and like years and years of missing birthdays and weddings and Christmases and vacations and things, and I feel like it's just now at the point of our career where we've paid our dues, we've been in the band, we've missed all those things, we're getting to the point to where I think we can go, hey, because there was a show after Riot Fest and it was like, we're not missing our best friend's wedding, so we're playing Riot Fest, we're getting on a plane, a red eye, and then flying back down, but it's just like, there's no way, we were going to fly back the day of Riot Fest, then that came up, and there's no way we're missing Riot Fest. I mean, there's so many good bands on that bill, and our slot is great. I don't know what we did to get that. I don't know who slicked whose palms to get that slot, but we're in a killer slot, so I think we play later on, like 7 or something like that. So we're just really excited, and then it's the last day of tour. So for the last day of tour to be Riot Fest and go home, celebrate with one of our best friends' weddings, that's going to be a fun 2 days. It's going to be an event-filled 2 days.
Right on, man. Well, so are we looking at any more compilations anytime soon, or are you guys just going to keep working off your last album? Or?
Yeah, we're going to start working on music now. I think it's... I don't know how deep we're going to get into it or how hard we're going to hit it as of right when we get done with the tour, but ideas are now coming out and we're talking as a band, and the creative juices are flowing, and I see us more. we should do this, we should do that, we should do this. You know, I see us talking about that more. There's some ideas. I think it's funny, after a tour, all you want to do is go record. After you sit in the studio and record, all you want to do is go tour. So it's really cool. It's a really cool job to have because you have different outlets. And we were a little confused after Sound of Change on where to go. We really had no idea, but now I think we've got an idea. Change up the scenery, maybe head down to Miami, maybe head down to Jamaica. Go back and get a little inspiration down from there and see what we come up with. Bring in some cool songwriter guys, some cool guest spots, and just experiment and see where it goes, and then maybe that will take us in the direction we need to go to. But right now, there's nothing crazy set, and everybody's just kind of riding on their own. But we usually take the winter off. December, hang out with families and things like that. Maybe play our show. I'd say right around spring we'll probably start recording.
There's something to look forward to for all you fans out there. Maybe possibility middle of next year-ish, into next year, something. You guys seem to mesh pretty good together, so I have no doubt you guys will get something together thrown out there that'd be pretty awesome.
We actually we have a couple songs that we've recorded that we haven't released just over the last couple months. So we might, since streaming and iTunes and the whole, I personally love albums. I love the piece of work. I love the whole, I made an album, I have 12 songs. I like that, but it seems like the industry, and maybe that's my generation, and the younger generation is more, hey, I'm just going to go buy that single on iTunes, or hey, I'm just going to go get Spotify or Pandora and just stream things that I like, which I love that too. I use those like crazy. But I still do think it's cool when you sit down and work on a whole piece of art. What was I getting at? Oh, but we have a couple songs that I think we might just be releasing until we put out an album or an EP or something. We have some songs, so look for that. We have a couple singles that we're really stoked on that we might just kind of be letting out. They could be for free. We can put them up on iTunes. We don't know what to do with them yet, but we're really excited, and it's new, and it's a not new direction, but it's just some new Dirty Head stuff. And we're really stoked on doing a couple. So, and I don't think we're going to wait for the album. So there might be new music that we're leaking out here soon in the next couple months. So look for that.
Well, it's real fun that you brought that up. I mean, not to bring up old news, but I did an interview here with Tom Maxwell of Hell Yeah here. It's been a little while back. He said that exact same thing. Is bands really need to come out and find themselves and really start trying to create that album from first song to last song, rather than just throwing in number 4 hit, and then that's the only thing that sells or the only thing that gets radio play. I listened to your guys' latest album, and every song on there I enjoyed personally.
Thank you. Yeah.
And so
I think there's longevity in that. As a career, as a musician, I think there's longevity in that. I think in the hip hop world, it makes a little bit more sense to just be putting out singles and things like that. But even A$AP Rocky just came out with an album, and almost every song on it blew me away. I think it's a great, solid album. So I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's our generation. I do think it's smart with the way things are going and the way people's attention spans are getting, and technology. I do think it's smart to maybe put out some singles and some EPs like we did with the acoustic album. You don't always have to put out a full-length album. You can put out EPs in between. You can put out singles here and there. But every once in a while, I think it is, as musicians and as songwriters and as creative people, it is nice to sit down, isolate yourself, and really work on one piece of art. Unless that's your gimmick, and not gimmick, that's just your thing to where, you're just going to concentrate on one song at a time, and that's fine. I can't hate on that. But it is cool to have vinyl. An actual, like CDs. CDs are going to be gone. Everybody knows that. When nobody's buying CDs anymore. But vinyl, I love vinyl. And vinyl's going through the roof. Everybody's loving vinyl. People are buying vinyl again. They always will. It's nostalgic. It sounds great. To have that vinyl. It's cool to get the little guy's little 10-inch, 8-inch, whatever. But just to have that whole album and to actually put your mindset into, I'm creating a whole entire thing that where somebody can listen and I can take them on this journey. I think that's what people gravitate towards too, and and that's why it's special to them, because they can attach themselves to it, because it's so personal when you really listen to every song rather than that's a single. But at the same time, this is where the world's going, is you put on one single with some terrible lyrics and say the same thing over and over. I mean, we have songs like that, and it's some shitty pop song and everybody loves it, and you know, and that's how it is. Keep it stupid simple, you know. There's so many. It's creative. Art is insane, you know. No matter what it is, and people can hate on pop and say it's shit, but it's still art, and there's still melody, and there's still a formula, and people still put things into it. So it's weird. It's weird to think about, but maybe we'll find a balance.
I know personally, me as a fan, I appreciate the effort that you guys put into, you know, especially a full album like that. Don't get me wrong, I'm in the same boat as you. Those guys that go out there and shoot for that single, maybe hit repeated #1 hits one after another. Obviously, that takes a lot of work too. But you know, to be able to sit down and really concentrate on this one full piece of work, you know, I have a lot of appreciation for that. So, anyways, man, I appreciate your time very much.
Of course, yeah, anything.
And if you got anything else to say to your fans out there.
Just want to say thanks for the continued support. You guys know who you are, and you know, if you are just finding out who we are, dirtyheads.com, you can get up to our Instagram.
I see you've been chasing your monsters and they've been driving you bonkers, just blinding with rocket launchers of light to blow what they conscious. If you really want to juxtapose and take a darker color with the blush of rose, and then you put it in your ink and watch it go, your mind is always open when your eyes are closed, because you're blind to color and you're blind to greed, blind to all the things that you don't need. And you find a mind and then you plant a seed, then you nourish it a little, let it free it up and breaking it down. Wanna give up, keep holding your ground, burning it up and tap the sound. Oh, the sound of change.
I can hear it now, the horns are playing the victory sound. I live in the now, the sky's my home and I live in the clouds. Now I never, bound forever, making a change and making it better. I live for the shit, I love the pain. It's part of the journey, it's part of the game. I've been alone in the dark and the rain. I see the end and I wasn't afraid. I've been in tears and I wasn't ashamed. I hear a sound that I'm hearing is change.
You're building it